try to cover Obama visit in Canada. And we're not going to have access to him. We'll try to make some noise and show our banners, talk to as many people as we can, and try to wake them up.
What's your sign say?
Reopen 9/11.
All right.
Right now with somebody else, and I'm here because I hope Obama will bring some change to our case. Hopefully, he will ask Harper to close Guantanamo, Canada, because a lot of Canadians don't know that we have a prison in Kings area, that it was built specifically to detain presumed terrorists. And my husband did spend some time there. There's one inmate left, and he will be released shortly. So we want to ask to close Guantanamo, and also no deportation to torture. My name is Sophie Harkat. My husband is Mohammed Harkat. He's a security certificate detainee. Was arrested International Human Rights Day, December 10, 2002. Spent 43 months in jail, no charge, no access to the evidence, secret trials, and now he's under house arrest under the toughest bail conditions in Canadian history. He wears a GPS. There's surveillance cameras in our home. He's under supervision right now with a supervising surety. Our mail is intercepted. Our phone is tapped. We have 23 conditions. We can only go out 3 times a week for 4 hours. We're followed by immigration officers wearing bulletproof vests and guns when we go out.
And what my group, Ottawa 911 Crew, tries to do is raise awareness to the public and just try to, you know, show the public that we do need an investigation. We do need to ask those questions before we, you know, go off to war and kill people in Afghanistan, Iraq, and probably it's going to extend it with Obama.
Would you support a new investigation into 9/11? Would you want him to reopen those questions?
That would actually be something that would be very wise to support. The 9/11 questions about that have gone ignored for far too long.
You think Fahrenheit 9/11 yesterday?
That one, I thought I got all the answers from, and then I saw something else that just totally blew that one out of the water. So I went, here, actually take this. There's 5 documentaries on there. It's my last one. And watched the one called Zero, and you're just gonna say, what the fuck was Michael Moore smoking? Because he put probably 5% of what's out there in his documentary. So yeah, that's gonna blow your lid.
Yeah, I have a good friend who's looked very deeply into these things for ever since it happened, and I'm convinced that the whole story has not been told to the general public.
Clinton was being impeached. They found all sorts of evidence about him cheating, but you know they can't find when the United States pulls off their own stunt to justify wars for pipeline and oil.
Yeah, actually, no, I didn't know anything about it until he just told me. So I'm just gonna actually look.
That's why I told her like to look it up, not to believe what I'm saying.
Yeah, I have an afro, and he looks kind of funny, so yeah, don't trust us.
Okay, now.
CBC News were live, and then we got some nice shot of the sign. They were live. They told me to get lost, but I told them that was freedom of speech. So we're going to do it again with the CBC. They're just behind me. I'm going to put the sign up, and we'll see what happens.
Saluer les gens, mais on a vite compris que c'est le président américain que les gens qui sont rassemblés ici attendent. J'ai avec moi la famille Icard, Madame Hermide Icard.
Can I answer a few questions? Well, I'm just with Ottawa 911 Truth, and you spoke of, you know, your husband being detained with that.
I'm good friends with Kevin Doyle.
Oh, yes, yes.
He gave me the video, and I watched it, and I cried at the end.
Okay, you looked into it, sir?
Well, I'm open to other theories.
Yeah.
I'm interested in knowing what your theory is about how 9/11 happened.
And do you think Barack Obama should be reopening the investigation into 9/11?
Well, he won't do it officially, but believe me, it's being done. You know, I think that he's
Stop with a film like this. If you remember, all the way down.
I thought it was a Commonwealth trade.
Okay, so you do support, you know, looking into these aspects, you know, getting the answers to that event, because I think a false understanding of that day has led us into this whole bogus war on terror, and it's taken away, you know, the rights of your husband, you know, Omar Khadr, countless others. Can you just talk about that for a second?
Well, all I would want would be that the truth would come out one day, so that people like my husband would be free and have a fair trial. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
We want the truth to come out. We know it will come. We just don't know how long it will take.
A war is justified if you're willing to send your son. If you're not willing to send your son, how do you send someone else's?
We just want to let them know that we're going to keep the fight against the New World Order, and we know that he's a part of it.
Honestly, we're just here to enjoy. I think he's something else.